Today we're pitting two massive titans head-to-head in terms of their power and prowess to realize who's more powerful. On one hand, we have the Galen of Ta who survived the edge of a dying world. After an eternity of incubation period upon being fused with the sentience of the sixth cosmos, he was reborn into the seventh cosmos as Galactus, the devourer of the worlds. On the other hand, we have the Mad Titan, Thanos, an eternal deviant warlord from the Moon Titan. Both are considered powerful beings in their own regard, and a contest of their power feats will be super interesting. We've decided to compare the cosmic power of both these beasts on 10 different power parameters. Let's see who comes out on top. You can watch the video and decide for yourself who's the final boss, Galactus or Thanos. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. 1. Planetary consumption at a cosmic scale. First up, let's see who eats more. While Thanos is infamous for his snap, which eradicated half of all life, Galactus is known as the Devourer of Worlds because he can consume not only half, but entire planets as a whole. He doesn't believe in halvesies and uses the life energy of entire planets to sustain his existence. This act not only extinguishes life on the respective planet, but annihilates its very fabric, reducing them to mere rubble. This is something way above what Thanos can do with his warlord skills acquired on Titan. But devouring worlds as a whole is no mean process, even for Galactus. The first part is scouting for a lucrative planetary meal. The Devourer of Worlds maintains an army of heralds for this purpose, who are provided with a tiny fraction of Galactus's cosmic power to travel through the universe in search of energy-rich planets for their master to consume. Like when one of his most famous heralds, Silver Surfer, scouted none other than our beloved planet Earth for his master's consumption in the classic 1966 Fantastic Four series. This 3-issue comic book story arc, known as the Galactus Trilogy, also served as the debut of the World Eater, who was eventually betrayed by his own herald and barely escaped the Fantastic Four and Earth unharmed, only to fight another day. From this description, it can be said that Galactus is a feared entity for sure, but he's not a supervillain like Thanos. Initially, even Galactus wasn't too keen on consuming inhabited planets, but over time, his insatiable hunger caused him to break all the rules. After all, he means no hatred or malice towards the planets that he devours. He is just a hungry cosmic being who's looking to fill his belly. It's certainly not his fault that his food consists of vast quantities of energy. His immense cosmic stature demands a continued supply of massive energy to survive. As far as Thanos is considered, he is also powerful and capable of destroying planets at will, but ultimately, he's just a human-sized being in front of the planetary scale consumption of Galactus. When Thanos wreaks havoc on a planet, it's a very bad day. But when Galactus does the same, it will be the very last day for the planet. Thanos always goes for strategic elimination, while for Galactus, choosing to devour planets is just a question of what to have for dinner next. And in that way, Galactus is actually not only beneficial, but in fact essential for the sustenance and continuity of the universe, preventing overcrowding and maintaining the equilibrium of the cosmos. 2. Mastery of the power cosmic. When it comes to welding the infinite energy source known as power cosmic, Galactus is a beast. He stands unparalleled in the whole Marvel universe as a cosmic force with his powers way beyond that of Thanos, even when the Mad Titan holds the Infinity Gauntlet. With his ability of size alteration, shape-shifting, telepathy, telekinesis, and cosmic awareness, Galactus holds a massive lead over Thanos. Galactus can alter his size at will and even use his shape-shifting abilities to turn into whatever he wants. We have seen this when he turns up against the heroes of Earth in the 1984 comic Fantastic Four, in which he chooses to appear in different forms simultaneously in front of each of the heroes. As As a matter of fact, his true form is unknown to most beings, who can only perceive him in a shape they can understand. Galactus also exhibits insane telepathic abilities which enable him to communicate through extremely vast cosmic distances, while his cosmic awareness allows him to perceive even minor developments across the universe. Utilizing the power cosmic to his advantage, Galactus can manipulate energy on a massive scale. His energy blasts are capable of destroying planets and creating force fields that can even withstand attacks. His ability of matter transmutation can alter realities by transmuting matter on a fundamental level, restructuring atoms at will. Like the time when he needed a new Herald in the 1987 Silver Surfer issue 1. He altered Norrin Radd's physiology and transformed him into Silver Surfer. Galactus is virtually omnipotent, but to be fair, Thanos can also alter reality at the omnipotence level, mainly with the use of the Infinity Gems from the Infinity Gauntlet. But it's nothing like Galactus. That's mainly because Thanos' power is mainly dependent on the Gauntlet itself. Without it, Thanos can only rely on his natural abilities and cosmic intellect, which, to be honest, is not that much as compared to Galactus. On the other hand, due to his being born as a direct product of the cosmos, Galactus' power is more of an intrinsic kind, which stems from his very being itself. Even if he's lying in a weakened state, he commands such abilities which can easily surpass those that can be granted by the Infinity Gauntlet. For that matter, it won't be an exaggeration to say that Galactus is not only above Thanos when it comes to wielding the power cosmic, but he is in his own league itself. 3. Universal Cosmic Awareness. This one is going to be interesting. In the entire Marvel Universe, even amidst the mix of so many powerful entities, there are very few who can rival Galactus and Thanos in their cosmic knowledge. Both these titanic figures possess immense power with the use of their universal cosmic awareness. However, there is definitely a defining factor among them as well, which is the difference between their cognitive abilities. Galactus has an infinite perception of time and space, whereas Thanos, even with his super genius intellect, is bound by the limitations of the mortal world. The thing is that unlike Thanos, Galactus is not merely a force of destruction, but in fact, a cosmic constant which balances the energy of the universe. With his powers, he can simultaneously perceive its entire past, present, and even the future. Galactus also possesses scientific knowledge which might be incomprehensible for most beings. Not only can he build massive starships, he has created humanoid robots called Punishers, which he uses in the fight against minnow enemies which are beneath his attention. Talk about authority. Meanwhile, Thanos is also ambitious and is known for his exceptional intellect and strategic acumen. However, his vast intellect is still limited to the confines of logic and strategy only. Thanos has acquired his skills and understanding of the universe through careful study and experience, and does not have inbuilt cosmic awareness like his counterpart. Even when he plots to manipulate reality, his plans and actions are not without calculated risks, whereas Galactus' actions are always based on an intrinsic knowledge of the cosmos. The battle of cosmic awareness between these two beasts is actually a battle between the inherent cosmic awareness and acquired genius, with Galactus emerging as the undisputed winner. 4. Creation and resurrection of life. In the vast expanse of the Marvel Universe, Galactus and Thanos stand as titanic figures, each wielding cosmic power. Yet a fundamental distinction sets them apart. Galactus possesses the ability to create and resurrect life, while Thanos, the Mad Titan, is predominantly associated with destruction and death. It's interesting to know that despite his solid image of being the devourer of the world, Galactus is not just a destructive villain. Yes, he causes destruction and inhabitation, but that's mainly to sustain himself, and he can also create at will. In fact, Galactus has been known to develop complex, sentient life forms out of nothing or terraform planets to make them habitable again. With his dominion over life and death, he can also resurrect the dead. In this regard, Thanos stands in stark stark contrast. He is an agent of death. Everybody knows how Thanos eradicated half of all life using the power of infinity gems. Almost nowhere will you be able to find Thanos associated with creating something. Even if he does, it's mostly a part of his manipulation strategy rather than a genuine act of creation. While Galactus stands as a cosmic force of continuity and regeneration, Thanos neither has the capability nor the desire to do so.
I shall give you the means to travel faster than the fastest.
5. Herald empowerment and hybrid creation. We told you how Galactus uses his army of heralds to find energy-laden planets for him to devour. This is made possible by the use of his power cosmic, through which he grants a fraction of his power to transform beings into heralds. This process grants them new powers, effectively creating hybrid entities that serve his cosmic purpose. The first and the most renowned of Galactus's heralds is the Silver Surfer, also known as Norn Rad of Zenla, who bowed down to Galactus's powers and volunteered to be his herald in order to protect his home planet. When Galactus imbued Silver Surfer with the power cosmic, he was automatically bestowed with the abilities that came along with it. From interstellar travel to energy manipulation and advanced strength, Silver Surfer got everything that he needed to serve the enormous hunger of his master. Some other famous heralds of Galactus include names such as Gabriel Lan, a Xandarian Nova Corps member who became the Airwalker, and Morg the Executioner, a loyal and ruthless warrior who served his needs. You won't believe it, but even Doctor Strange and Iron Man have served as the Herald Supreme at some point. The notable point here is that on one hand, where Galactus holds the power of creating heralds for his cosmic purposes all the time, Thanos lacks the intrinsic ability to bestow powers. Unlike Galactus, Thanos cannot create or empower beings without external means. But that doesn't mean Thanos hasn't created hybrids of his own. His group of 5 clones, combining his DNA along with the power of other powerful beings called Thanosi, was shown in the 2002 miniseries Infinity Abyss. The most powerful among them is the Omega, which has been created to blend Thanos' DNA with the cosmic might of none other than Galactus himself. This Omega clone once went to Earth with the goal of destroying the planet, but was defeated and killed by the heroes. This shows that while Galactus' hybrid creations served a meaningful purpose in adherence with the cosmic balance, Thanos' hybrids were created only for chaos and destruction. And why not? After all, Thanos and Galactus have fundamentally contrasting philosophies as well. 6. Multiversal durability and containment. Let's compare their durability across the multiverse. In the Marvel Universe, Galactus and Thanos represent contrasting cosmic forces, which also reflect in terms of their durability and containment capabilities. Galactus possesses durability which spans multiversal levels. Also, after all, his existence is vital for maintaining the balance of the multiverse. This immense durability is granted to him by his core power source, the power cosmic, which allows him control over the very fabric of the universe. With his multiversal endurance, he has been able to withstand attacks from powerful beings like the In-Betweener. Thanos is also renowned for his near invincibility, having survived direct attacks from cosmic entities like Thor and Silver Surfer, and even the forces of a black hole. His durability is further enhanced by the Infinity Gauntlet, but is mostly physical and limited to his own universe. Also, talking about containment feats, Galactus is known to play a crucial role in containing Abraxas, a destructive entity who was the power of causing multiversal destruction. Abraxas was destined to remain confined within eternity as long as Galactus exists across all realities. However, this chain of containment was once broken when Galactus died during the 1999 miniseries Galactus the Devourer, and Abraxas was released. Still, he has a very powerful record when it comes to containment capabilities. On the other hand, Thanos has no notable multiversal containment feats. Even his few acts of dominance are localized within a single universe and do not extend to multiversal threats. His durability, although impressive, is utilized mainly towards individual combat and personal survival rather than protecting the universe. Thanos poses a formidable threat, but once again, it falls short as compared to Galactus. 7. Cyclical death and rebirth. Galactus perfectly represents cyclical death and rebirth, which is a process intrinsically tied to the cycle of the universe itself. Galactus was not always the cosmic force we now know. He was once a mere mortal but highly evolved being named Galen from the advanced civilization of planet Ta, which existed in the 6th cosmos, a previous multiverse. As his beloved planet, along with the entire multiverse itself, was getting consumed by the Black Winter, Galen set out on a mission to save Ta. In this grand process of multiversal renewal, the 6th cosmos eventually dies out, before being reborn as the 7th cosmos. Just before that, it merged with the essence of Galen of Ta, who became the sole survivor of the end. Galen's fusion with the sentience of the universe eventually gave birth to the cosmic entity Galactus, whom we today know as Devourer of the Worlds. Galen's transformation into Galactus signifies a cosmic rebirth aligned with universal continuity. Even his death can have profound consequences. In Volume 3, Issue 49 of the 2002 Fantastic Four comic, his demise is shown to disrupt the entire cosmic balance, causing Abraxas to be released. When the consequences became too overwhelming, Galactus had to be resurrected by Franklin Richards in order to restore universal balance. In contrast, Thanos' birth and death are not cyclic and are tied to specific events and external forces. In the 1991 comic The Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos acquires the Infinity Gems before becoming omnipotent, but still gets defeated. In Silver Surfer, Rebirth of Thanos, Mistress Death resurrects Thanos to counter an imbalance in the universe due to overpopulation, and commands him to wipe out half of the population. This shows that Thanos' birth and death are entirely situational and lack the cosmic necessity of Galactus' rebirth. After all, Galactus' existence is a basic component of the very structure of the universe, and that's why his death and rebirths reflect cosmic cycles. Thanos' rebirths are significant as well, but have to rely on external forces and are not vital for the existence of the universe as it is. 8. Wielding the ultimate nullifier. Do you know which is the most powerful weapon in the Marvel Universe? It's the ultimate nullifier. And guess who commands it? Well, no prizes for guessing. It's none other than Galactus. It was first seen in the 1966 issue Fantastic Four number 50 during the climax of the Galactus trilogy. Under the guidance of Uatu the Watcher, the Human Torch retrieves the device from Galactus' ship Ta-2, which was used against Galactus himself to force him to retreat from the Earth. A device that can keep Galactus in check? Just imagine the power. The Nullifier's power is pretty immense and is capable of erasing any target from existence, including entire timelines. However, the effectiveness of the device relies heavily on the user's knowledge and mental state as well. In the hands of an unskilled user, the device can cause self-annihilation and potentially also cause the destruction of the universe itself. The way Galactus wields it proves his unfathomable mastery over the ultimate nullifier. No doubt that the Infinity Gauntlet also grants godlike powers over reality, time, and space. However, it fails to match the absolute raw power of the ultimate nullifier. The Gauntlet's power is vast, but still operates only within the existing framework of the universe, whereas the Nullifier can completely erase and paradoxically recreate a multiverse. Wielding such an important weapon definitely establishes Galactus with far more superior impact as compared to Thanos. 9. Grand-scale cosmic constructs. Till now, we've seen how both Galactus and Thanos are the most powerful cosmic entities, each possessing immense power. However, when it comes to grand-scale cosmic constructs, Galactus' creations massively surpass those of Thanos in terms of both scale and complexity. The most shining example of this fact is Galactus' Ta-2, also called the World Ship, which is a solar system-sized structure serving as the home and base of operations for Galactus. This Mobius strip-shaped massive ship took over a millennia to be constructed, and is a symbol of his absolute technological prowess. The ship is virtually indestructible, and is considered to be one of the most advanced technological marvels ever. On the other hand, Thanos' primary warship, Sanctuary 2, is also pretty formidable and massive, but not at all matches the scale of Ta-2. Frequently featured in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, this massive spacecraft is used by Thanos in his quest to obtain the Infinity Stones. However, despite its capabilities, Sanctuary 2 is not indestructible and was actually destroyed by Captain Marvel during the Battle of Earth. Thanos can build massive constructions, but can never match the grand-scale cosmic constructs by Galactus. Galactus's monumental achievements in cosmic engineering surpass Thanos' skills massively in both scale and complexity. 10. Interdimensional and spatial mastery. Galactus is renowned not only for his power, but also for his mastery over space and dimensions. With his power cosmic, he possesses the ability to open interdimensional portals at will, allowing him to traverse and manipulate various planes of existence simultaneously. Using his power, he can teleport instantly across vast cosmic distances with fair ease. His spaceship, Ta-2, also provides an insight into his prowess over spatial dynamics, being capable of moving with zero hindrances through space and dimensions. And of course, there is his ability to manipulate matter and energy on a planetary scale. Thanos can also do a few of these things, but as a matter of fact, he can't do much without the Infinity Stones in his possession. His capabilities in spatial and interdimensional manipulation are considerably limited without them. Thanos also has a teleportation chair to traverse vast distances and dimensions, but it's more technological than arising from within, as in the case with Galactus. Also, Thanos cannot open interdimensional portals and teleport at will. His interdimensional and spatial mastery can never match the sheer cosmic scale of Galactus. Marvelous verdict. Indeed, both Galactus and Thanos are powerful cosmic beings. They can alter realities and end worlds at will, but only one of them is also able to create life and not only consume them. While Galactus stands as a necessary life force for the universe to sustain itself, Thanos represents the exact opposite: sheer destruction and chaos of any world he is a part of. We should be thankful that in terms of wielding the cosmic power, Thanos stands nowhere near Galactus, who's in a league of his own. This doesn't mean to say Thanos is not dangerous or powerful. It's just that Galactus has absolutely no match in the entire Marvel universe, which also shows in his capabilities. So far in this contest of the two mighty beings, Galactus emerges as the clear winner. Thanos might stand second, but definitely not a close one. Who do you think should be the final winner? In case Earth is attacked, who would you prefer the perpetrator to be? Supervillain Thanos or Galactus, the Ravager of Planets? Tell us in the comments, and stay tuned for more such interesting content coming up. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.